Tomorrow marks the release of Destiny 2 Into the Light, and with it will come a brand new damage meta enabled by the existence of Edge Transit. For those who've been living under a rock these past few weeks, Edge Transit is a returning Void adaptive frame grenade launcher that's coming as part of the Brave arsenal weapons. For the first time ever, this grenade launcher will feature Cascade Point in the 3rd column as well as bait and switch in the 4th column, which was previously only seen on the Cataphract GL3. The combination of both of these perks is going to make Edge Transit a DPS monster, but only if properly combined with the correct weapons to enable maximum synergy. In today's video, we're going to briefly go over what weapons you'll be needing in order to make the most out of your Edge Transit once you finally get the god roll, as well as showcasing some demo damage rotations. Contrary to rocket rotations, because we need some form of precision weaponry to proc Cascade Point, it isn't as easy as slapping on a surge matching fusion rifle or breach GL and calling it a day. Instead, the borderline required weapons to pair with Cascade Point are sniper rifles, since normally it only takes around 2 headshots to trigger the perk and the damage is still relatively respectable. Because Edge Transit is a Void weapon, the optimal choice would be to use a Void sniper rifle, ideally a rapid fire since you can get your 2 shots off the quickest. When looking at our options though, things aren't exactly ideal. The only 2 choices are the Father's Sins from Savathun's Throne World or the Persuader from the recovered Red War engram at the ritual table. Overall, I'd say the best pick is Father's Sins since it can at least get a respectable utility and damage perk combo of triple tap Focus Fury, and because the weapon is craftable, these perks can also be enhanced to improve their effects. The damage perks on Persuader simply aren't up to par, and it also doesn't get any mag boosting perks in the 3rd column, so you can skip this one for now. The final piece of the puzzle is to add a high burst damage option to our kinetic slot, and what better choice is there than Izanagi's Burden? Putting it all together, an example rotation could look something like this. Shoot 4 times honed Izzy, re-hone it, shoot 2 shots from Father's Sins, then mag dump your Edge Transit and repeat. You may be wondering though, how will Edge Transit reload itself in time for another cycle? Well, this is where Envious Assassin comes in, since it was also shown that the curated versions of all of the Brave arsenal weapons will feature double perks in each column, and because Edge Transit is also receiving Envious Assassin in column 3, this means that if you have a roll with both Cascade Point and Envious Assassin, you can start the encounter by properly overflowing the magazine to the max of 24, and then when it comes to damage, simply swap the perks around. Fun fact, loadouts are able to do this for you, since as you can see here on my old Adept Hothead, I have one loadout with it set to Field Prep and the other set to Tracking Module, and when I select the second loadout, the perk is changed for me without having to go into the weapon itself. You can use this fact in combination with having one loadout for pre-damage selected with Armor Charge Gathering mods plus Envious Assassin and Backup Mag, then one loadout for damage selected with Surges, Time Dilations, Boss Spec, and Cascade Point. This trick will enable you to carry out 3 cycles of the previous rotation before having to reload at all, which by that point the boss you're fighting should hopefully be dead. Quickly before the video continues, if you like what you see here, consider subscribing as we're trying to reach 30,000 subs before the release of the final shape, and we need your help to get there. Now back to the video. Alternatively, instead of doing any swapping at all, you can simply use Izzy and Father's Sins to proc Cascade Point and bait and switch, and then empty the entire grenade launcher magazine since it is able to be done within the 10 seconds of the bait and switch timer. For any of you that are lucky enough to have a God Roll Wilderflight, you can pair it with a Rewind Round Kinetic Tremors Supremacy to achieve the exact same effects. Simply shoot 2 shots from Supremacy to trigger Cascade Point and Kinetic Tremors at the same time, fire 1 shot of your Breach GL, then mag dump 9 rounds or your entire reserves. You could technically achieve this while still using Izanagi, but the trick is you'll need some way of reloading it while still preserving the 4 times honed edge, which can be done in numerous ways such as via a Kinetic Holster mod, Rain of Fire Boots, or the Thread of Ascent fragment. So currently, as it stands, I would recommend crafting yourself a triple tap Focus Fury Father's Sins, or if you're one of the lucky few to have a God Roll Wilderflight, be sure to have a Kinetic Tremors Supremacy on standby and make sure it's enhanced so that you can proc the perk in just 2 hits. Right now, it's unknown which rotation will end up doing more DPS, but rest assured that I'll be putting out several videos within the coming weeks ready to answer this question. Anyway, that's all for today. I'll see you in the next one. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Your support means the world. And if you're really into the content I create, consider becoming a member of the channel, which not only lets you support me in the best way possible, it also nets you a whole host of awesome perks along with it. A massive shout out to these members up on screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, dear viewer.